You breathe in and you breathe out. And when you follow your breath, you control your mind. The mind is kind of like a horse rider, and the breath is the horse. Hello, I'm Daniel. I'm mostly an energetic coach. I also do workshops, especially for men. And I'm also an instructor on Tsalung, Tibetan yoga. My background has been a scientific one. I studied anthropology. I went into consciousness studies and system science. Tsalung is made of these two words, Tsa and Lung. Lung is actually which is wind. It is the wind that comes in and out. In the Tibetan tradition, there are 5 types of wind. One of them is our breath, which is actually linked to our source of life. If we don't breathe anymore, we don't live anymore. Breathing is very much linked to how we live. And Tsa is channel, which means this is where this lung goes through our body. So the most basic Tsa Lung is breathing in and breathing out through, they call it the central channel. For example, Wim Hof is derived from Tsalung. His fire breathings originated in the Tibetan tradition, which is called Tumu, which is the practice of inner fire, which is actually a spiritual practice to wake up this fire in your belly. It's not only breathing in and out, it's also the spirit. Lung is not only related to just the breathing in and out, but it is related to how your mind moves inward and how your mind moves outward. Usually our mind is it's not one with our breath, but actually if you realize that it is one, it is the only way that you can actually focus your mind. When you follow your breath, you control your mind. The mind is kind of like a horse rider, and the breath is the horse. If you breathe out, your mind can go with that breath, on that breath, riding on that breath. If you breathe in, your mind can go also with that breath inside of you. But unfortunately, it's not always like this, and then the horse gets crazy. One very important one is the fire breath, lung, that accompanies basically our metabolic system. So if that doesn't work well, we don't separate well what we eat. And this creates problem next for the liver, for the gallbladder. This fire accompanying wind is not only there to digest our food, it is also there to digest what we psychologically receive. And Tumu is a huge enhancement of that fire. There's some Tumu practices for the Sherpas, the ones that carry actually the bags of the people who want to go up in the Himalayas. They do also Tumu, which are ordinary Tumu practices. This is really just to warm up your body. If you wake up and you just open the window and let fresh air in, that's kind of like this practice. 3 breaths. The first is strong, and you make it strong out. Then the second is short, and I'm just moving my hands with the breath. I don't do this when I do the practice on my own. It's just to make this movement of the breath. The third breath is long and smooth. It goes like this. The 3 breaths are first the physical cleanup, then is like the immediate cleanup, and the third one is the karmic cleanup. And these are the 3, and the 3 ones you repeat it, like doing it on one side and exhaling on the other side, and that you do it with 2 sides.
Tell me about your breathing, and especially during exercise. Is it ever a problem?
I did a long time martial arts, and this is also very much linked to your breathing. Every push you do Like every punch, you have to breathe out. Actually, from the belly, you breathe in and you breathe out. And even if I would do just jogging, I would focus on my breath getting into my belly, so I would have the energy to make this whole run. But still, I try to make 2 times breathing in, 1 time breathing out. I mean, the easy way to really make it sync with your breath is just when you have to do the sounds, like, This is already giving you the right, it is already pushing